Do you ever get to the end of the day and look at the last 8, 10, or even 12 hours and feel like you were just on a hamster wheel? You were definitely busy. You answered emails, you sat through meetings, you crossed a few things off of your list. But the big goals, the stuff that really moves the needle, well, they're all just sitting there exactly where you left them. That feeling of being perpetually busy but not productive is a massive energy drain. It's stressful, it's overwhelming, and it feels like you're just running in place. But what if I told you that the difference between a day of frantic, unsatisfying busyness and a day of focused, meaningful progress comes down to just one single adjustment? This isn't about a new app, a complicated system, or waking up at 4 a.m. It's a fundamental shift in how you see time. A shift that separates just being busy from true productivity. And by the end of this video, you will have the exact step-by-step framework to make it happen. So if that sounds good to you, give this video a big thumbs up and let's dive in. If you're new here, I'm Tanya. I'm a musician and a business owner of over 20 years. And for years, I was queen of the to-do list. I'd start every morning with this long, ambitious list of everything I wanted to accomplish. It felt productive, but by the end of the day, I'd have a few easy things crossed off, and the most important tasks, the ones that would actually grow my business or improve my life, they were inevitably just pushed to tomorrow. My days were reactive, they were chaotic, and they were dictated by whatever felt loudest in the moment, not what was actually important. And here's the hard truth. A to-do list is often a recipe for distraction. A to-do list gives equal weight to answer one email and launch a new product, even though their impact is worlds apart. It gives you a cheap hit of dopamine by letting you check off trivial items, making you feel productive without actually being productive. Productivity is not about doing more things. It's about doing the right things. It's defined by the value you create, not the hours you put in. And that endless to-do list is a trap that celebrates busyness over results. But the adjustment we're about to make, well, it flips the equation and puts you back in the driver's seat. The single most powerful adjustment you can make is this: stop living by a to-do list and start living by a calendar. And I'm not talking just put your meetings on a calendar. I'm talking about a complete mindset shift from a reactive list of tasks to a proactive, value-based schedule. This method is called time blocking. Time blocking is the practice of scheduling specific blocks of time out for everything you need to do. Instead of a vague list you hope to get to, you're making appointments with yourself to actually get things done. Now, this might sound simple, but its effect can be really profound. When you assign a task to a specific time slot, you're no longer just hoping you'll do it. You're making a concrete plan for when and for how long you're going to do it. This adjustment moves you from being a passive recipient of the day's demands to the active designer of your own day. It works because of a sneaky but powerful psychological quirk called Parkinson's Law. Parkinson's Law states that work expands to fill the time you allow it. So by setting a defined container for a task, a time block, you force yourself to be more focused and efficient. This is the difference between saying, I'll work on the project report today, and instead say, from 9:30 to 11, I'm going to do nothing but the project report. One is a wish, the other is a plan. Now, making this shift is a process. It requires intention. So let's walk through exactly how to do it in 4 key steps. Step 1, identify your one thing for the day. Before you can schedule your day, you have to know what truly matters. The biggest mistake we make is treating all of our tasks as equal, because they're not. Based on the 80-20 rule, a small number of your actions will generate the majority of your results. And your job is to find that vital few. So each morning or the night before, I want you to ask yourself this question. What is the one thing that I can do today that by doing it will make everything else easier or unnecessary? And by the way, if you haven't read the book, The One Thing, I will link it below because it is one of my favorites. But that one thing, it is your most important task or your MIT. This isn't your most urgent task. Urgent tasks are most often just other people's priorities disguised as yours. Your MIT is the task that aligns with your biggest goals. Writing that chapter, developing a new business proposal, or learning a critical skill like video editing. Once you know your one thing, it becomes the cornerstone of your schedule for the day. Now, step 2, know your energy, not just your time. Are you a morning person or maybe you're a night owl? When in the day do you have the most mental clarity? That period is your biological prime time. While many people, like me, find their productivity peaks in the morning, your own peak might be in the afternoon or even late at night. Forcing yourself to tackle your most demanding task when your energy levels are low is a recipe for procrastination and sloppy work. The goal here is to align your most important task with your peak energy window. So if you're sharpest from 9 a.m. to 11, you need to treat that time block as sacred space for what's most important. That's your deep work block, and it's reserved for the task that is going to create the most value. Don't schedule meetings during that time. Don't check your email during that time. Schedule your shallow or low energy tasks like responding to emails or administrative work for the times when your energy naturally dips, like your mid-afternoon slump. This is about working smarter, not harder. Now, step 3, block your entire calendar. Now it's time to build your proactive schedule. Open your digital calendar and start creating appointments with yourself. First, block out your most important task. Make it during your peak energy window. Make it 90 minutes to 2 hours and get specific. Don't just write work, write draft Q1 marketing plan. Next, I want you to block out your shallow work. Instead of checking email every 15 minutes, schedule 2 30-minute blocks for it throughout the day. This stops it from constantly hijacking your attention. Then, block out everything else, and I mean everything. Block out your lunch, block out your commute, block out your workout, block out family time. Block out a 30-minute end of day shutdown to plan for tomorrow. By scheduling breaks and personal time on your calendar, you ensure that they actually happen, and that will help prevent burnout. Once you're finished, your calendar should now look like a visual roadmap of your day with very little white space. Now, this doesn't mean that you're busy every second. It means that you are intentional with every second. You've told your time where to go instead of wondering where it went in the first place. And be sure to include buffer time. Schedule small 10 to 15-minute gaps between your blocks. This will allow from transitions from one block to the next, or from the unexpected, which will happen. Step 4, defend your blocks like a fortress. This final step is often the hardest, but it's also the most important. A perfect schedule is useless if you don't stick to it. You have to treat appointments with yourself with the exact same seriousness as an appointment with your doctor or your most important client. If a colleague asks, hey, you got a minute during one of your deep work blocks? The answer is, I'm in the middle of something, but I can find you at 11:30. You don't have to be rude, but you have to be firm. You have an appointment. This also means controlling your environment. During a focused block, turn off your phone notifications. It's called focus mode for a reason. Close your email tab, put on noise-canceling headphones, and create a space that makes focus the path of least resistance. Because distractions are the enemy of progress, and your time block schedule is your best weapon against them. Remember, a distraction doesn't just cost you a few minutes. It can take 15 to 20 minutes to get your focus back. Now, when you're making this one adjustment, when you shift from a reactive to-do list to a proactive, time-blocked calendar, a few incredible things will start to happen. First, your stress and anxiety, they're gonna plummet. The overwhelm of that infinite to-do list is replaced by the calm clarity of knowing exactly what you need to do and when. Second, you finally make meaningful progress on your big goals. By protecting your time for your one thing every single day, you build unstoppable momentum. You're no longer just putting out fires. You're building your empire one time block at a time. And then third, you actually get more freedom, not less. It sounds counterintuitive, but when you control your schedule, it stops controlling you. Work stops bleeding into your personal time because your personal time is now a protected block on your calendar. You're going to start ending your days feeling accomplished and energized, not exhausted and defeated. And you will know that you didn't just spend your time, you invested it. The power of this one adjustment is in its simplicity and its immediate impact. You don't need to wait for a new year or a new job. You can start tomorrow. So here's my challenge to you. For 1 week, I want you to ditch the to-do list. Tonight, before you go to bed, open your calendar and plan out your entire day tomorrow. Identify your one thing and align it during your peak energy time, and then block out your entire day. Now, I will tell you, it's gonna feel weird at first. You'll be tempted to fall back into those old reactive habits. You have to check your email, but stick to it for just 1 week and see how it feels to end a day having done exactly what you set out to do. To help you get started, I want you to drop a comment below with your biggest productivity challenge you're facing right now. Is it distractions, procrastination, feeling overwhelmed? Let's talk about it in the community. And if this video gave you a new way to think about your day, be sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more ways to work smarter, not harder. Because true productivity isn't about doing everything. It's about doing what truly matters. And now you have a plan to do just that. I'll see you in the next one. And until next time, peace out. The power of this one adjustment is